Today, we have something very interesting to share with you. Let us listen to the content, and we will discuss it later.
We must act now. The science is clear, and the consequences of inaction are already upon us across Europe.
Okay, now after watching and hearing the source, let's see, what do we have about it?
Global warming refers to the gradual increase in Earth's average surface temperature due to human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels and deforestation. This phenomenon has been ongoing for centuries, but accelerated significantly since the Industrial Revolution, leading to a 1.1 degrees Celsius rise in global temperatures by the end of the 20th century. The primary cause is the rapid increase in anthropogenic CO2 emissions, which have risen exponentially over time from around 30 billion tons annually in pre-industrial times to approximately 45 billion tons today. This acceleration has been most pronounced in developed nations such as Europe, where carbon dioxide levels have surged by about 60% since 1970. The emergence of global warming was initially debated among scientists, but gained credibility with the publication of seminal papers like the greenhouse effect in 1956, and the establishment of international climate research organizations. Key turning points include the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, signing in 1992, which set a target for global greenhouse gas emissions to peak by 2050 at latest, followed by the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, establishing binding emission targets for developed nations, and the Paris Agreement in 2004. And FD aiming for net zero emissions by 2050. The consequences of unchecked warming have already been felt globally. Europe has experienced more frequent heat waves, extreme weather events, and disruptions to agriculture. Average temperatures across Europe have increased by 1 degree Celsius over the last century, with some regions seeing up to a 3-degree increase. This rise has led to droughts in southern European countries like Portugal, resulting in crop failures and water shortages affecting millions of people. Measurable impacts on societies include increasing healthcare costs due to heat-related illnesses, higher food prices as crops fail, and migration pressures from affected areas. Economically, the World Bank projects global GDP could decline by 0.2% per year between now and 2050 if no action is taken against warming. However, investments in renewable energy have already created jobs, boosted economies, and reduced healthcare costs. To optimize future strategies for mitigating climate change, governments should invest heavily in clean technologies like solar power, electric vehicles, and carbon capture systems, while simultaneously promoting sustainable agricultural practices such as regenerative farming methods that sequester more CO2 from the atmosphere. Education programs must also emphasize energy conservation at all levels to reduce demand for fossil fuels. By 2050, global warming is projected to result in up to a 3 degrees Celsius increase in average temperatures globally. This could lead to widespread coral bleaching events, irreversible loss of Arctic sea ice, and significant species extinctions due to habitat disruption. However, if ambitious mitigation goals outlined in the Paris Agreement are met, substantial reductions in greenhouse gas emissions can be achieved by shifting towards cleaner energy sources like wind and solar power.